Janelle Brown, known to audiences of Sister Wives as one of KODY Brown's former wives, has faced numerous public challenges throughout her life, both on and off camera. Over the years, viewers have watched her navigate the complexities of a plural marriage, contend with personal heartbreaks, and build a life for herself and her children after the dissolution of her marriage to KODY. Now another chapter has unfolded in her life, one that brings a different kind of public attention: her recent diagnosis. While the details of the diagnosis have not been fully disclosed, Janelle's reaction has become a topic of discussion among fans and media alike. From the outset, Janelle has demonstrated a remarkable sense of poise and perspective. Friends and family close to her describe her as someone who approaches life's hurdles with thoughtfulness and measured reflection, and this new challenge is no exception. She has taken the news in stride, showing resilience that feels deeply familiar to those who have followed her story over the past decade. Far from succumbing to despair or allowing fear to dominate her narrative, Janelle seems to have embraced a mindset of acceptance and proactive planning, reflecting a maturity that is both admirable and inspiring. It is important to consider the broader context of Janelle's journey. She grew up in an environment where faith, family, and community were intertwined, shaping the way she perceives life's trials. On Sister Wives, audiences saw glimpses of her adaptability and resolve, from navigating KODY's often rigid expectations to advocating for her children's well-being. These experiences, while sometimes challenging, likely prepared her for moments such as this, moments when the stakes are deeply personal, and the decisions she makes carry significant weight for her own health and the stability of her family. In her public statements regarding the diagnosis, Janelle has emphasized the importance of maintaining perspective. She has acknowledged the initial shock that such news can bring, but she has also highlighted the clarity that comes from confronting reality head-on. By facing the situation with honesty, she is not only managing her own emotional response but also setting an example for her children and those who look up to her. It is a testament to her character that she is willing to share this part of her journey, recognizing that vulnerability can coexist with strength. Janelle's approach reflects a nuanced understanding of health and wellness. Rather than allowing herself to be defined by her diagnosis, she is exploring avenues for treatment and lifestyle adjustments that align with her personal values. This proactive stance underscores a commitment to her own agency, demonstrating that even in the face of uncertainty, individuals can make choices that enhance their quality of life. In interviews and social media interactions, she has been candid about the process, discussing the steps she is taking to maintain both her physical and emotional well-being. The response from fans has been overwhelmingly supportive. Social media platforms have become spaces where followers express admiration for Janelle's courage, often noting the balance she strikes between openness and composure. Comments frequently highlight her resilience, framing her approach as a lesson in how to confront life's unexpected turns with dignity and pragmatism. While public reactions can sometimes be intrusive or critical, in this instance they have largely reflected empathy and encouragement, reinforcing the sense that Janelle is not facing her challenges in isolation. Experts in psychology and health communication note that individuals who approach diagnoses with acceptance and a focus on actionable steps often experience better outcomes both mentally and emotionally. By articulating her feelings and sharing her coping strategies, Janelle is engaging in a form of narrative therapy that can be beneficial not only to herself but also to others who may be experiencing similar challenges. Her willingness to publicly navigate this journey contributes to destigmatizing conversations about health, demonstrating that vulnerability is not a weakness but a vital part of human resilience. Christine Brown Woolley has once again shaken the Sister Wives universe, and this time her revelation cuts straight to the heart of how the show began. In a candid recounting of events from the earliest days of filming, she claims that a major moment in Season 1, one that painted a picture of unity, care, and equal commitment among the Brown family, was built on a lie. This isn't just about a single scene or misunderstanding. Christine's claim reframes the entire dynamic that fans believed existed during the show's launch, and it calls into question just how much of what we saw on screen was the real story. According to Christine, during the birth of her youngest child, she faced a frightening and exhausting situation. She had already been through the trauma of a previous miscarriage and was in a fragile state both physically and emotionally. As she labored, she expected her husband, KODY Brown, to be fully present. Instead, she says he left. On the show, it was portrayed that he stepped out briefly for a harmless errand, something mundane and necessary, but Christine says the truth was far different. She alleges that KODY's real reason for leaving wasn't to gather supplies or to handle family logistics. Instead, she says he chose to spend time with ROBYN, who was still his fiancée at that point. This revelation not only contradicts what viewers saw but suggests that favoritism toward ROBYN existed before she was even officially part of the family. Christine paints the contrast vividly by recalling a later birth in the family. When ROBYN delivered her son Solomon, KODY was by her side the entire time. There was no leaving, no absence, no excuses, just full, unwavering attention. That stark difference in behavior is what Christine believes truly reveals the reality of the family dynamic. For her, the absence during her own vulnerable moment was more than just physically noticeable. It was emotionally devastating, and it signaled a shift that would define the years to come. This admission hits hard because Season 1 of Sister Wives was built on a narrative of harmony, equality, and mutual respect among the four wives. Fans were told they were seeing the Browns as they truly were, a large, plural family navigating love and life with fairness and commitment. Christine's claim makes it clear that, from her perspective, that harmony was already fractured, and that the editing of the show glossed over the cracks. If her account is accurate, the decision to hide the true reason for KODY's absence wasn't a small creative choice. It was a deliberate act that shaped how millions of viewers perceived the family. For years, viewers speculated about KODY's apparent favoritism toward ROBYN, but many chalked it up to editing choices made later in the series. Christine's story shifts that timeline. Favoritism was already present during the very first season, then it wasn't a product of family changes over time, it was the foundation the family was built on from the start. That means the imbalance wasn't an unfortunate development, but an existing reality hidden beneath scripted explanations and selective camera angles. Christine's decision to speak out is part of a broader pattern of her reclaiming her narrative since leaving KODY. She has been open in recent interviews about how freeing it has been to live independently and to build a life where her emotional needs are respected. She has remarried, formed closer bonds with her children, and cultivated a circle of relationships built on trust and equality. Her new memoir promises to be a raw, unfiltered account of her life in and after polygamy, detailing both the personal struggles and the behind-the-scenes realities of filming a hit reality series. The implications of her revelation go beyond her own marriage, forces fans and critics to reconsider the ethical side of reality television. If a pivotal emotional moment can be reframed so drastically for the sake of maintaining an illusion, what else in the series was manipulated? For longtime viewers, this changes how they look back on moments that seemed authentic at the time. It raises the question of whether reality TV can ever truly capture the complexity of human relationships, especially in a family as unique, and now as fractured, as the Browns. In fan circles, the reaction to Christine's claim has been intense. Some feel vindicated, having suspected for years that the show's portrayal of equality was a facade. Others are shocked, saying they had no idea the favoritism could have been so pronounced from the very beginning. Social media discussions have exploded, with viewers revisiting Season 1 episodes, analyzing KODY's body language, and pointing out subtle hints they may have missed the first time around. Many say that once you know the truth about this particular scene, it's impossible to watch the show the same way again. Christine herself seems less interested in revenge than in telling her truth. She has said that exposing this lie is part of her journey toward closure. By setting the record straight, she's reclaiming a part of her life that was once presented in a way she believes was deeply misleading. She wants people to know that her pain during that time was real, that her feelings of abandonment were justified, and that her choice to walk away from that marriage was not sudden or impulsive. It was the result of years of unaddressed hurt. This moment in Sister Wives history will likely be remembered as a turning point in how the show is viewed. It's a reminder that reality TV, no matter how emotionally charged it appears, is still a constructed narrative. For Christine, revealing the truth isn't just about pointing out a falsehood. It's about freeing herself from a version of her life that was edited for mass consumption. And for viewers, it's a sobering lesson. Sometimes the most dramatic moments aren't the ones caught on camera, but the ones that happened when the cameras were looking the other way. The buzz around the upcoming season of Special Forces, World's Toughest Test, is no longer just about the brutal challenges or the star-studded cast. Instead, a brewing feud between Sister Wives patriarch KODY Brown and one of the Real Housewives of New Jersey's most talked-about family members is stealing the spotlight and fueling the hype before the first episode even airs. Reality television thrives on big personalities, and when you throw KODY's controversial leadership style into a high-pressure environment alongside the fiery and outspoken Giudice family, sparks are bound to fly. This season's cast reads like a pop culture collision course. Alongside KODY are Teresa Giudice and her daughter Gia, a duo already known for their loyalty to each other and their refusal to back down when challenged. The idea of placing them in the same extreme training program as KODY, who has long been painted as domineering and self-assured on Sister Wives, was a recipe for tension before the cameras even started rolling. Add to that other big personalities like Brianna Chicken Fry LaPaglia and a handful of athletes, actors, and media personalities, and you have an environment where alliances and rivalries can form in the blink of an eye. Gia has already given fans a taste of the behind-the-scenes atmosphere without naming names directly. In a recent podcast conversation, she admitted there were people on the show who would get under your skin, and hinted that one particular male castmate had been the subject of plenty of off-camera chatter. She coyly told listeners they could probably guess who she was talking about. For many fans, that guess landed squarely on KODY Brown. The implication alone was enough to set social media ablaze with speculation, as Sister Wives fans and Real Housewives of New Jersey devotees debated what could have happened to cause such friction. Brianna LaPaglia, another member of the Special Forces cast, has been less subtle. In a tongue-in-cheek online post, she admitted she didn't even know who KODY was before filming but hinted that their personalities clashed almost instantly. She laughed it off publicly, but the underlying suggestion was that there were moments of real tension that viewers will see play out on screen. For a show that prides itself on stripping away the glitz and putting celebrities in real-life survival situations, the idea of genuine interpersonal conflict adds another layer of intrigue. What makes this brewing feud even more interesting is how different KODY and the Giudices are in terms of their reality TV backgrounds. KODY has built his career on presenting a family-oriented narrative, albeit one riddled with internal conflict and the gradual unraveling of plural marriage dynamics. The Giudices, meanwhile, are rooted in a world of high-drama dinner table showdowns, fierce loyalty to family, and verbal sparring as sport. These two worlds don't often overlap, but when they do, especially under the strain of military-style challenges, harsh living conditions, and zero tolerance from instructors, the differences in approach and personality become stark. Producers likely didn't need to manufacture a storyline here. Special Forces is known for capturing real reactions to extreme stress, and the show's format doesn't allow for much downtime or privacy. When you're cold, wet, exhausted, and hungry, patience runs thin. For someone like KODY, who is used to asserting authority and steering the conversation, being placed in a position where he's just another contestant taking orders from drill instructors could be frustrating. For Gia, who has grown up watching her mother stand her ground on national television, backing down from a confrontation, especially if she feels disrespected, would be completely out of character. The result is a perfect storm of reality TV tension that has the potential to draw viewers from multiple fan bases. Sister Wives audiences will tune in to see how KODY handles himself outside the safe confines of his own family narrative, while Real Housewives fans will be eager to see if Gia's hinted annoyance turns into open conflict. And for Special Forces devotees, the interpersonal drama will be a welcome addition to the already nail-biting physical challenges. As the premiere approaches, the hype is only intensifying. Clips and teasers haven't revealed any outright arguments yet, but even the carefully edited previews suggest moments where cast members exchange tense looks or curt responses. The real intrigue lies in how much of the rumored feud will make it to air. Will viewers see open confrontation, or will the tension simmer quietly under the surface, erupting only at critical breaking points in the competition? Either way, the combination of extreme conditions, competitive egos, and clashing reality TV styles is set to make this season one of the most talked about yet. The most fascinating part of this pre-premiere buzz is that it might not have been part of the original marketing plan at all. Instead, the feud, whether real, exaggerated, or simply perceived, has organically become a hook that is drawing attention far beyond the show's usual audience. It's the kind of unpredictable twist that reality TV thrives on, genuine human conflict that resonates because it feels unscripted. And when the cameras roll on opening night, fans from both the Sister Wives and Real Housewives of New Jersey worlds will be watching closely to see if the rumors match the reality. Janelle Brown, known to audiences of Sister Wives as one of KODY Brown's former wives, has faced numerous public challenges throughout her life, both on and off camera. Over the years, viewers have watched her navigate the complexities of a plural marriage, contend with personal heartbreaks, and build a life for herself and her children after the dissolution of her marriage to KODY. Now another chapter has unfolded in her life, one that brings a different kind of public attention: her recent diagnosis. While the details of the diagnosis have not been fully disclosed, Janelle's reaction has become a topic of discussion among fans and media alike. From the outset, Janelle has demonstrated a remarkable sense of poise and perspective. Friends and family close to her describe her as someone who approaches life's hurdles with thoughtfulness and measured reflection, and this new challenge is no exception. She has taken the news in stride, showing resilience that feels deeply familiar to those who have followed her story over the past decade. Far from succumbing to despair or allowing fear to dominate her narrative, Janelle seems to have embraced a mindset of acceptance and proactive planning, reflecting a maturity that is both admirable and inspiring.